Winter, 1895. The air outside was cold enough to turn breath into mist, and across college campuses in America, the season had begun to quiet the outdoor world. The football fields were empty. The tracks were silent. Trees stood bare against pale skies. But inside the gymnasiums, something new was beginning to move. The sound was simple. A leather ball striking polished wood, the sharp squeak of shoes, the sudden hush before a shot. College basketball did not rise in a single moment. It grew the way all lasting things grow quietly, through repetition, through rivalry, through the energy of young dreams. What began in the winter of 1891 in Springfield, Massachusetts had, within only a few years, found its way into the heart of American campuses. Within a decade of James Naismith inventing the game, basketball had become a collegiate sport, and once it entered the world of colleges, the game changed forever. The first, college courts. The earliest college games were not played beneath giant scoreboards or roaring crowds. They were played in modest school gyms, wooden balconies, simple baskets, limited seating. Yet even in those humble spaces, the game carried a powerful attraction. College life has always been built around youth, ambition, and identity. Basketball fit naturally into that world. It was fast. It was strategic. It rewarded discipline. And unlike outdoor sports, it could thrive in winter. One of the earliest recognized college basketball games was played in 1895 between Hamline University and the Minnesota State School of Agriculture. At the time, no one could have imagined what this small beginning would become, the birth of campus rivalries. What truly lifted college basketball was rivalry. Young men wearing school colors, playing not only for themselves, but for their institution, for pride, for legacy, for the name stitched across the chest. That changed everything, because once a game begins to represent identity, it becomes bigger than sport. Crowds gathered. Students filled wooden bleachers. Professors watched from the sidelines. Newspapers began reporting scores. Campuses discovered something powerful: basketball could unite an entire student body. And with rivalry came emotion. Every pass mattered. Every shot carried weight. Every defeat lingered in dormitory hallways long after the final whistle. The rise of organized college basketball. As the sport spread across campuses, the need for structure became unavoidable. Different schools played by slightly different rules. Some games had more players. Others had different interpretations of fouls and timing. To bring order, colleges began organizing committees and shared rule systems. By 1905, colleges had formed their own rules committee, and in 1915, a joint rules committee helped create greater uniformity. This was the moment when college basketball stopped being scattered games and began becoming a national institution. The game was no longer just growing, it was organizing. The gym as a symbol. In college basketball, the gym became more than a building. It became a symbol of belonging. A home court is never just wooden walls. It carries memory, the echoes of old victories, the silence after heartbreak, the banners above, the students chanting from the stands. These spaces turned basketball into ritual. Friday night games, winter tournaments, campus traditions, and through repetition, the game began weaving itself into American college culture. The tournament era begins. Then came the moment that truly changed the scale of college basketball: tournaments. In 1937, the first national college tournament was held by what later became the NAI. A year later, the first national invitation tournament began in New York. Then, in 1939, the first NCAA men's basketball tournament was played, with University of Oregon winning the inaugural title. This was the true birth of what the world would later call March Madness. A season within a season. A stage where ordinary players became legends, where schools from small towns could face giants, where one game could change history. The rise of legends and coaches. College basketball also became the birthplace of legends. Not only players but coaches. Great college coaches did more than teach basketball. They built systems, cultures, philosophies. They shaped young athletes into leaders. Figures like Adolph Rupp at University of Kentucky and later John Wooden at University of California Los Angeles would help define what excellence meant. For many players, college basketball was not simply preparation for the professional game. It was the peak of identity, because in college, the connection between player and community is deeply emotional. The school becomes family, the television revolution. Nothing accelerated the rise of college basketball more than television. By 1963, NCAA championship games were being televised nationally. Now the game could leave the gym, it could enter homes, living rooms, restaurants, barbershops. Families across America began following teams they had never seen in person. Suddenly, college stars became national names. The game was no longer regional. It was cultural. This transformed college basketball into one of America's most emotionally followed sports traditions. The emotional truth of college basketball. What makes college basketball unique is not only the skill, it is the emotion. These are young players, still becoming who they are. Still learning how to carry pressure. Still learning what failure feels like. That vulnerability gives the game its soul. Every season feels temporary. Every team feels fleeting. Players stay for only a few years, but the memories remain. A buzzer beat, a Final Four run, a heartbreaking loss in March. This emotional impermanence is what gives college basketball its extraordinary power. The final reflection. The rise of college basketball was never just about the game. It was about belonging, about identity, about young dreams carried through winter nights. From small campus gyms to national arenas, from scattered school rivalries to March Madness, college basketball became something larger than sport. It became tradition. It became memory. It became a shared American ritual. And perhaps that is why its rise feels so human. Because every college team is, in some way, a reflection of youth itself, hopeful, imperfect, temporary, and unforgettable.